Hey guys, it's KJ Bell. There's been a couple of times in the podcast and in these videos where I've talked about, just mentioned my goal calendars that help me kind of keep track of things. And I was redoing them the other night and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video kind of showing you how I go about that. So we'll kick it over to the lovely cellular telephone footage that I took the other night, and you can see a little bit about how I do those things and a little bit more about what they actually are. So I've talked about this thing I do with goal sheets on the podcast a couple of times, and I just thought it'd be good to sort of show you what I'm talking about when I talk about those calendars, because I'm right in the middle of redoing one right now, so I thought we'd just shoot a quick video on the phone, you know, on the video phone. So here's my desk, and this is where I keep the calendars. So there, you see I have 3 of them. So this one is the Pillars calendar. So you see it's got the spaces for meditate, practice, write, workout that I talk about, and I just highlight each one that I do every day. This one is a media calendar for Great Grand projects and the podcast and other things that I'm working on that I've yet to get off the ground, but, you know, work in progress. And then this is the main goal calendar. So I've got a month at a time up here, and I just highlight things as I go. And this is the sheet that goes with the goal calendar. So this is sort of a categorized thing, and then this one is by the day, you see. And I go for 7 things every day, and we'll talk about how I do it in a minute. But, so at the end of the day, I highlight, like right here. So when I wrote on the other project, when I wrote 3 pages on that, I highlight it in the yellow. And then at the end of the day, so each day has a color on the calendar, you see. So if you look at like the 2nd right there, that was a pink day. So I highlight the text in the order that I do them, and then I highlight the rest of the line in that day's color so that I keep track of things, because I'm a nerd like that. So like the OP 3.6 is in yellow because it came after, I did it the day after P1 5.5, which is in purple. See how that works? And I've got all my different categories and lots of stuff, you see. Like here's the music section. I've been very productive with piano and viola stuff lately, not so much with voice. Yeah. And then because I'm getting toward the end of things, so see, these are extra things that, like, I went several scales farther in piano than I had printed on the list, which means it's time to make a new list, even though you see that some categories are less highlighted than others. So that's when this process starts. So I've just got it in an Excel spreadsheet, and I keep all of the old ones. So if I scroll back up here, you see this is the last one. And the way that I do this is I figure out, like, okay, I want to write, okay, so here's random writing. So this is my morning pages and my writing practice. I want to do 10 pages of that every 3 days. So then I go through and I find, like, here we go. So see, here is RW practice 10.49. And then I go 1, 2, 3, and then I paste the next one. So that's how that works. And I just keep the same dates. And then, like I told you, I try to go for 7. So if I have a day that has more than 7 on it, I create some space. And then once I get the timings right on everything, I move stuff over into some of these blank spaces. So if I go, this was May. So if I go back, if I click over here to May, this is what happens afterwards. So I've moved all of those ones to where I just have 7 a day. And that changes the timings up a little bit, but that's why I keep this one so that I have the same thing going for the next round. And it's just a really nice way. It takes a long time to do, but it really helps me to focus everything that I want to do. It's a very good tool. Maybe I'll write a blog post about it at some point. It'd be a good thing to do. But that's how I do my goal stuff. So give the video a like, subscribe, and all that stuff.